If you just joined us, we need a strap today. Could be a strap substitute, does not have to be like a yoga strap. I'm using my belt from Spencer's that has the buckle because it kind of has like a strap texture to it. And today our focus will be around the magician. And I'm just gonna turn this on so people can see me on Instagram. Yeah, today's focus will be on the magician, and the reason I wanted to focus on the magician card is because if you've ever seen it before or you don't have one in front of you, you forget what it looks like. The magician is one of the major arcana, and basically the magician stands in front of an altar and has the cup, the pentacle, the sword, and the wand, which are all the 4 different parts of the deck. And basically the meaning I wanted to inject into class today was an all over body workout, and considering the circumstances and how stressed we all are, I wanted to just like remind everyone that the tools are at your fingertips. The tools are within you to deal with whatever you think you need to deal with. And sometimes the tool in front of you is a phone call from your friend. So it doesn't have to be like you solve your own problems. It can just be, you know, the tools are out there for you, and to encourage everyone to kind of look within themselves and know that they can be strong during all this. So anyways, that's just my 2 cents about what this class is about. I'm gonna bring the card to the mat just to remind myself like what the class is all about. And like I said before, I think it's also nice to not just focus on, you know, back bends, forward folds, hamstrings, all that stuff, is to bring a deeper meaning into what you're doing and to remind yourself about that. And that class is not always about how flexible am I today. Sometimes about where's my mind at? Is that your goal today? Just to find a little bit of inner peace, just for a moment. So anyways, let's get started. We're starting today in Supta Baddha Konasana. Actually, not Supta Baddha Konasana. Let's start in seated up Baddha Konasana. Making sure everything's good. So the soles of the feet together, knees are open and apart. Just gonna make sure all of the security features are on. And I'm assuming you can all hear me. Cool, thanks. All right. So let's get our playlist, wherever that is. There it is. I always forget this, and it's like the most important part. So the playlist today I kind of edited throughout the day because of the turn I took in the class. Like I wanted to be more energetic at first, then I kind of took it down a notch, so I made the playlist a little bit more calm. So we're starting the first song in 3, 2, and play. Cool. All right, let's get started. For Baddha Konasana, bound pose, round angle pose. Bring the soles of the feet together. You can just grab the feet, draw the chest open, lifting the chest. And just start to breathe. Opening the chest, rolling the shoulders down and back. Starting to find your breath. So like I said, today's goal of class isn't to see how flexible we can get. It's to see if we can find a moment of just inner peace, a moment of quietness in the mind. Doesn't mean it will last the entire class or even that long. Maybe you find your moments and you just relish in those. Continuing to breathe, remember to breathe through our class, and I'll keep reminding you as well. Let the knees fall open, relax the thighs. Let's take 5 more deep breaths here. And start to slowly open the eyes. Take one big breath. Kick out the legs in front of you. We're going to come down onto our backs. We're going to take a recline jump series. So we will need our strap for that. I love this series. It's so relaxing. It's really nice to open up the hamstrings and the inner thighs. So we're going to start with the right leg. Bringing the strap around the bottom of the right foot, flexing the foot up towards the sky. And we start with just this pose with the right foot lifted up towards the sky. I'd encourage you to lower the elbows as low as they can go, depending on how long your strap is. And slowly just drawing your foot closer to your face. You can always bring a gentle bend to the knee. Maybe you like to close your eyes. Let's take a passive stretch today, meaning that we're not actively pressing into anything. We're not, making this a super active class. We're mostly here to find a moving meditation. To get a nice stretch while we do so. That being said, if you came and you wanted to do a more active class, by all means find that more active pace. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Again, you can kind of slowly just pull the foot in and release, or you can find stillness. Let's bring the strap into the right hand. If you have a block, you can bring it over to your right side or whatever prop you have, and just let the foot fall to the right. I'm bringing my left palm to my left hip, just to anchor down the left hip. I'm going to flex my right toes. Close my eyes and breathe. Letting the music wash over you. Let's take 4 more deep breaths. Maybe you start to think about the theme of class, gathering what strengths and skills you have. A lot of times we're very humble about these things, but let's try to uncover those so we can use them to our advantage. Let's bring the strap into the left hand, and the knee, let's cross it over to the left side. And bring the right arm to the right side. You can look over towards the right thumb. Remember to breathe. Let's take 4 more deep breaths to stay. You have to remember to not fall asleep during these poses. If you're someone looking for a deeper personal practice, doing some yin poses is a great place to start. Putting on some music, just doing a few poses and letting them sit for a while. These are a great thing to do at home, especially right before bed. It gets you a little bit tired. Let's bring the right foot up to the sky and switch sides, switching at the strap. Left foot up. Strap in each hand, flexing the left foot. Maybe a little bend in that left knee. You don't have to have a totally straight left leg to get a hamstring stretch here. And that's true for any yoga pose where you're opening up the hamstrings. If you feel a stretch in the hamstrings, it means you're doing the pose. Remember to breathe. For some people, and sometimes myself, having a theme for class that has more to do with thought can actually bring you off the track of finding mindfulness. So if you want to just think about your breath and think about the pose, that's perfectly fine. Let's take 2 more breaths. Strap in left hand, bring the right palm to the right hip, and open the left foot to left side. Close the eyes. Something that's nice to do while you're doing yoga to music is imagine you can feel and see the sound waves. Sound is a pretty crazy thing that exists and how it travels in the air. When you really think about it, maybe you picture the sound waves floating over your body, through the body. Take 2 more breaths. Sound can also be very healing. Let's bring that left foot up to the sky, strap to the right hand, cross the right leg over to right side, left arm can open up to left side. If you want to think about how music can be healing, there's actually science to back up the fact that sound can be healing to you. And there's studies that show people with cats actually can have a lower heart rate, lower chance of heart attack. And cats actually use purring, which I bring that up because it's a sound and a vibration, which is all that sound really is. And they use purring to heal themselves. So maybe you find a way to let this music heal you in a small way. Let's take a couple more breaths here. Nice. Send the knee into the chest. The strap go to the side for now. We'll use it a little bit later. We're going to stay on our backs. So we'll lift up our butts and bring the palms to the floor and the tops of the hands. Butt will come down onto our hands. We're going to lift the legs up to the sky. We won't do too much abs, just a little bit. We're going to lower that left heel down. Keep the right foot lifted. With a breath, let's switch sides nice and slow. Take a breath and switch. Take it at your own pace. You can do it as slow, as fast as you want. Really weave your breath into this. Switch a few more times. One more. Let the legs come down, but lift it just an inch off the floor. Let's do little kicks right off the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lower the feet down. Let's bring the feet to the floor. Just come into bridge pose. Lift the hips. Press the arms down to the floor. Lift the rib cage. Hug the belly in towards the spine. Let's lift the heels off the floor as well. Hold in for 2 breaths. Nice. Lower all the way down. Let's just come up onto a tabletop, however way you want to get there. Feel free to take your time. Start to move the hips side to side. And from here, we're gonna have like a supported side plank. We're not gonna quite do a plank, so don't get too excited. We're gonna keep that left foot to left side. And we're gonna bring the inner right foot to the back of the mat, toes pointing to the right side of your room. Inhale the right arm to the sky. We're starting on the modified side plank, and then we're gonna lift the right leg off the floor. Stay here. Normally I would have you pulse it. We're gonna find some stillness. Reaching up, flexing the right foot. Now if you want to take it to another level, you can bend the right knee and reach back. See if you can grab that right foot. And then press the foot into the hand, opening up that right shoulder. Bring a little back bend into your pose. Holding for 2 more breaths. Good. Let's extend it. Reach the right arm up overhead next to your ear. And then lower down back to your tabletop. But let's keep that right leg extended back. So we're on the tucked back right toes here. Pressing forward and back. Pressing into the heel. And then we're going to lift up the foot and bring it over to the other side. So it's off the mat to the left of it. We're going to press that. Forward and back. Now from here, we're going to let that knee come behind the left knee and make the feet wide in opposite directions. We're going to come back and sit in Gomukasana, cow face pose. So the knees are stacked, the feet are on either side. You can always bring your block into this. Bring the block underneath the knee. You can kind of play with it and see what works. It's kind of different for everyone in this pose. Grab your strap. Let's let that right arm come up to the sky first with the strap. Reach around behind you with that left hand. Grab the strap. Start by lifting the chest and looking forward. And with an exhale, go ahead, drop the chest toward that left knee. Close the eyes. Let's take 4 breaths. Slowly lift and remove the strap to the side. Thanks. Coming back to our tabletop. Coming into the other side. Our right foot kicks over to the right side, and then the inner left foot comes to the back of the mat. Inhale the left arm to the sky. Modified side plank to start, and then we start to lift that left leg off the ground. The leg doesn't have to lift high. I want you to keep it here for a few breaths. Reaching and keeping that left arm active. Lift the left leg a little higher. See if you can bend the knee and grab the foot with the left hand. Press the foot into the hand, open up that left shoulder, little back bend. Maybe you look down at the right hand. Slowly release the foot, but reach the arm over the left ear. Bring the left hand down. Bring the right toes in line with the right knee and press the left toes back, pressing forward and back, stretching out the back of the left leg. Moving to the music. Just making sure it's low enough so no one can hear you. Nice. That left foot comes and crosses over to the right side of the mat, pressing forward and back. And from here, you let the knee come behind the right thigh. Let the feet widen out in opposite directions, and you come back and you sit down between the heels for Gomukasana other side. Strap goes into left hand. Overhead, you reach around, grab the strap underneath with the right hand. Chest is open, facing forward to start. And nice and slow, start to lower down over the right knee. Take a few breaths to stay. Thinking about your breath. Thinking about your strengths. Slowly start to come up and release the strap to the side. Let's come forward, back on our tabletop. And from here, walk the knees further back. We're coming into Sphinx pose. So we're coming onto our belly, onto the forearms. Palms are on the floor. We're going to inhale, lift the chest and chin. Exhale, bring the chin to chest. And do this mini cat-cow just with the head. Use the breath while you inhale to do that little back bend. Exhale, drawing the chin to chest. And keep going, using the breath. Super important to remember to bring the upper spine, cervical, and upper thoracic into the practice, especially when we spend so much time looking at computers and our phones, preventing that hunched over look and feel of the spine. Let's take a couple more. And we're going to end facing forward. Take a couple breaths. And let's go ahead, lower down onto the chest. And we're bringing the arms out to either sides of the mat. We're going to bring our fingertips down to the floor, off the mat, and lift the elbows off the floor. We're taking an inhale, and exhale. And then with an inhale, pressing the fingertips, lift the chest. Exhale to stay. Inhale to stay. Exhale, lower. Now inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Good. Let's take a few more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Now as you exhale, dip the left shoulder and look to the right. Stay here. Take a couple breaths and stay. Looking over to the right. Kind of feels like you're trying to listen to something to the floor. Now press up. As you exhale, dip the right shoulder, look to the left. Do that one more time. Inhale, press. Exhale, dip the left. Inhale, press. Exhale, dip the right. Inhale, press. Exhale, lower down. Stack the hands at the forehead, come down. Wiggle the hips side to side. Let's take it a step further with that back bend. Let's bring the hands under the shoulders. And press up into a cobra back bend. Pressing up, hugging the elbows in towards your sides, trying not to let the elbows come out like this. Hugging the elbows in, pressing. You can look forward and down, or you can bring the upper spine into this and looking up. Or looking slightly up, finding what angle feels good for you. Lower the shoulders. Shoulders are heavy. Holding for 3, 2, and slowly lower the belly back down. Now from here, we're going to grab our strap. Something I tried today, which was actually really fun to do. So we're going to use a strap and do a modified bow pose. And we're going to do it on each side with the strap. So let's start with the right foot. We're going to bend the right knee, let the foot come down towards our butt. Grab the strap and wrap it around the right ankle. You kind of have to go fishing for your foot. So let's take a moment to do that. If it goes around the foot, it's okay. It doesn't have to be around the ankle specifically. Now, once we have the foot, let's look forward Come into a half sphinx, the left forearm is down. And the right elbow, I want you to point it towards the front of the room and look forward in the direction of your elbow. Now, if you have this, maybe you can come down further and move that left elbow closer to the front of your room. So you come further down onto your chest, and maybe you start to lift the right knee up and lift the right elbow up, pressing the foot into the strap. See how high you can go here, pressing the foot into the strap as you lift the right elbow and right knee. Holding for 3, pressing for 2. Let's lower down nice and slow. Slowly unhook the foot, and let's do the other side. I'm going to turn around so you can see better. So we bend the left knee, we fish for the foot with the strap, and we come onto our right forearm, right palm on the floor. Left elbow points forward and lifts up. Now let's see if we can try to lift that left knee and lift the left elbow. Pressing the foot into the strap, looking forward. Whew. Depending on how long your strap is, it can be really deep. Maybe you want to come out of it. Maybe if you have a good size strap, you feel good in this. Let's see if we can lift a little higher for 3. Press for 2. Lift for 1. And slowly release down. Whew. Take the strap away. Come all the way down to your belly. Reach the arms forward. Let's come to the right cheek and just wiggle the hips side to side. Turn your head to the other side. Keep wiggling the hips. Press the hands underneath the shoulders. Let's press up into puppy pose. I'm going to turn around back to the way I was before. Anahatasana. So the elbows can come down to the floor. We keep the hips lifted. Palms come together. I'm going to walk my knees back an inch or 2. Tuck the toes and let the heart melt down towards the floor. My fingertips are pointing up. Maybe my forehead can rest on the mat. Depends how molded you are on the shoulders. You can also put blocks underneath the elbows. Take 2 breaths. Let's start to come up. And we're going to come into tabletop and then downward facing dog. Find your downward dog. Find a little bit of stillness. I know we always want to pedal up the heels. It feels nice. So let's find some stillness here instead. Pressing the hands down to the floor, especially where the fingers meet the palms. Lift the hips. Lift the tailbone. Let's turn the head side to side, shaking the head no. Stretching out the neck a little bit. Take 3 breaths to stay. Nice. Left foot comes to center. Inhale the right leg to the sky. Keep it lifted. Take a breath to inhale. As you exhale, draw the knee to the nose and step through between the hands. Don't lower that left knee. We're in a runner's lunge. With an inhale, I'm going to start to straighten the right leg. It doesn't have to straighten all the way. Chin tucks in towards your chest. And with an exhale, back to runner's lunge, bending the right knee, looking forward. Inhale, lift the hips. Looking back. Exhale, looking forward. Continue this at your own pace. Maybe move to the beat of the music. Let's all meet in our runner's lunge. From here, we're going to lower that left heel down and lift the arms up. Warrior 2. I'm going to switch sides so you can see me better. Warrior two, right foot forward. So again, find your strength here. Maybe your strength is constantly being aware of your body. So you come a little lower to that right leg. Maybe your strength is stillness here. Maybe your strength is breath, focus, mindfulness, alignment. What makes you feel strong in this pose? Let's reverse, flipping the right palm, lifting it up and over. Now let's come forward, reach the right arm forward. Take a step in with the left foot. So it's shortening your stance here. I'm gonna kind of move my right foot a little so you can see it better. Now we're gonna lean forward, bring the right fingertips towards the front of the mat, and reach the fingertips down, lift the left leg, coming into our half moon pose. Not an easy pose to get into, not an easy pose to stay in. Let's see if we can do it. Keep lifting that left leg. Good. Let's start to stay in a balance, but let's lower the left leg and come to standing. From here, we're gonna cross the right foot over the, or left foot over the right thigh. Bring the hands to heart center, sit down into a standing figure four. Get lower if you want to. Maybe you like to fold, bring the arms down to the floor over the left shin. If you have an arm balance here, maybe you try that today. Let's start to come up. Bring the hands back to heart center. And release the left foot, shake out the right. Whew. Nice job. So take a moment, inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold down. Let's step back into downward dog. Right foot comes to the center of the mat. Inhale, left leg lifts. Left knee draws in, and you step through. Starting with the runner's lunge. Looking forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift the hips, start to straighten the left leg a little bit, looking back. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, lift. Kind of like a wide or long pyramid pose. Inhale. And exhale, lift. Let's keep going at your own pace. Moving to the music. Moving to your breath. Let's take one more round. Meet in our runner's lunge. We lower the right heel and we sweep up for warrior two. Good, nice. Warrior two looks like a much easier pose than it is, and you get here and you're like, oh God, it's actually very hard to stay in for a long time. And see if you can bring a little bit of a smile to your face, look down your left arm, and find that the work can be really nice sometimes to bring to your body. Finding a bit of stillness, maybe you feel a gentle sway in your body. Let's reverse, left arm lifts. And we come into we're prepping for our half moon pose. So I'm gonna step my right foot in. I'm gonna bring my left hand down towards the floor and reach the right arm and right leg. Open the chest, maybe you start to look over to the right as well. Nice. Stay lifted, reach the right arm. Take a breath or two and stay if you can. Let's start to prep for our standing balance. So let's start to lower the right leg, stay lifted. Cross the foot over the left thigh, hands to heart center. Seated figure four, or a standing figure four. Lower down, sink into the left hip. Let's lower the hands if you'd like to. If you can get down here, it actually feels a little bit easier, but it definitely feels like a nice openness to the hip. Start to rise, pressing and standing. Release the foot, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Lower the shoulders, tuck the tailbone underneath. A light Uddiyana Bandha, sucking in the belly. Light Mula Bandha. Drawing in the root chakra. Lifting the toes for Pada Bandha. Engaging the bottoms of the feet. Close the eyes, take 3 breaths, and engage those 3 bandhas. It's hard to concentrate on all 3 at once, but see if you can do it. Nice, lift the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's forward fold all the way down. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Let's take the one sun A, stepping back into plank. Hide a little push-up, chaturanga. You can always modify knees down. Inhale to upper facing or cobra. Lifting up to downward facing. Taking 4 breaths to stay in downward dog. Heels are heavy. Belly is in. Lift the hands, step all the way forward with both feet. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Let's take a seat down and raise the arms for our chair pose. Let's bring the hands to heart center, staying in chair, lifting the toes. Bring a little smile to your face, just because we love doing chair so much. And forward fold. Nice. From here, let's take our downward dog. We're just going to come into downward dog just as transition. Left knee comes forward. Left knee towards your left elbow. Lower the right leg, coming into pigeon pose. So I'm going to use my block. I have a little shelf, or a little, I always forget what I call this when I do the class. But anyways, I'm bringing the block between my left leg, my left shin, and my groin. And letting it be like a little shelf for my belly. You can either stay lifted here, or you can lower down onto the arms. Forearms, you can interlace the fingers. You can let the block come into your stomach a little bit, move around a little bit, get a little massage in your belly. Always the option to stay lifted in your pigeon pose. It can be less pressure in the knees. So if you have knee issues and it doesn't feel good to do pigeon, you can try this one instead. Now if you're feeling really bendy today, you want to take this pose to the next level. Maybe you try lifting that right leg, right toes. Maybe you reach back with the right hand. It takes me a little bit of maneuvering to come into this pose. Maybe you start to lower the heel down towards your butt. Slowly release. Switching sides. Let's come into downward dog. Switch sides. You don't have to, it just can be nice to have a transition pose and to give your legs a time to stretch out. Right knee comes to right elbow, foot swings over to the left. Pigeon pose. I'm using my block. You don't have to use a block, you don't have to use a prop, but I do want you to be more mindful of, is my hip dropping down more than the other hip? Try to keep your hips equal height. Again, you can stay lifted, keep the weight off your knee, or if it feels okay for you, come down if you want. It's a super humid day today, at least in the north of Boston. So I don't know, I'm kind of getting like a hot yoga class going right now. Kind of feels good. And if you want to come into that deeper pose, maybe you see if you can lift that back foot, or reach back and grab it with the left hand. Maybe you start to bring the heel down towards your glutes. Get a really deep stretch on top of the quads. Nice and slow release. You can come through down dog if you'd like, or swing the feet around, come all the way down onto your back. Hug the knees into the chest. Let's take a lying Gomukhasana just to kind of complete that whole open hip. So we're going to cross the right knee over the left knee. It's kind of like you're sitting down, you're crossing your legs, but then your feet fall open to either side as you lift the knees even more. Reach up and grab the feet. Flex the feet. Feels like you're kind of like riding a bike and grabbing the handlebars. Maybe you'd like to sway gently side to side. We're just going to gently pull the heels down. You should feel a stretch in that right hip, the outer right hip, the IT band. And it's okay if you lower that the left heel all the way down. You can still do a stretch, so it doesn't have to be totally lifted either. Let's switch sides. Left knee over right, like you're crossing your legs. Reach up, feet in opposite directions. Gentle sway or stillness, drawing the heels down. Take a couple more breaths. Hug the knees into your chest. And let's come all the way down. Find your Shavasana. We made it all the way through class. Palms can be flipped up. Remembering breath. Maybe allowing your breath to become more natural. Feeding it into the back of your mind. Maybe thinking again about what tools you have within yourself that will allow you to grow, allow you to get the help and the things or the people you need. Even if we don't always have the right answers, the right fixes, we can still bring the tool that we have to find the right person to ask for help with that. It doesn't make you weaker, it doesn't make you bad. It means you're willing to admit that you didn't have every answer. And no one does. Take a deep breath, fill the lungs. Exhale. And stay laying down for the rest of class. Maybe bringing a little bit of energy back into your body just by remembering your breath again. Maybe stack your hands over your belly, feeling your belly rise and fall with your breath. And knowing that you can always give yourself a break. You don't have to do everything right, everything perfectly. And the fact that you came here onto your mat, did something good for your mind and your body. It's already something good to take away from today. Together, let's breathe in and breathe out. Feeling a sense of gratitude and connection, even when we're far away. The light and dark in me loves and honors the light and dark in you. Together we say, Namaste. Oh. Thanks so much for joining me today. I think I'm falling asleep a little bit. I have to be time to go to bed. Yeah, thanks so much for coming.